Hello and welcome to the semi-finals of the League Cup, also known as the Carling Cup. I don't remember what they're calling it this year, the Reebok Cup or something. I don't. It's the League Cup. It's silverware. They call it the Mickey Mouse Trophy. But you know what? As the reigning holders of the League Cup, let me tell you, it ain't the Mickey Mouse Cup to us. We want to win it, and to do that, to get to the final, we've got to get past Aston Villa. So we're going to try our best to win this game. Oh boy, we've got Derek Milborough as the referee. And we have Ginger Rampage in the game, if I'm not mistaken. So that works to our favor. He loves gingers. He has a noted passion for them. So today I'm going to talk about voting and the Electoral College and if you should vote and etc. So the election in the United States is tomorrow. For those of you who don't live in the United States, some of this will be interesting to you, hopefully. Many of you will know all of this stuff anyway, but, maybe you don't know my opinion about it. We got Leroy Williamson. He's starting, by the way, along with Beefstock there in the middle. They old-school swoodly-pooper midfield today on the grounds that once you get further into a tournament, you want some of your old-school swoodly-poopers who are all heart because they understand what it means to the club and its supporters in a way that, a new supporter or a new player just can't. You just, it's just sort of not part of your worldview yet. That should have been better. Other John Green, why are you taunting? No taunting. If you live in the United States and you're over the age of 18, and some states have same-day registration, so if you aren't registered to vote, maybe you still can. Fat Lucas, that was not. I would have preferred that you maybe either let that go out of bounds or just not give up a corner kick. But that's okay. I still love you. You're a big, strong man. There we go. Nice release from other John Green to ball John Green. If you are in the United States and you are over the age of 18 and you are registered to vote, please vote. If you are not registered to vote, please confirm that there is no way that you can get registered to vote. Oh, boy. That's not. There was nothing Fat Lucas could do about that. That's how we usually score. It's early. Let's not get panicked yet. All right? Nobody panic. Please vote. Please, 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 please vote. Please, please, please vote. Just do your research. Get a sample ballot, which you can get online very easily, and please vote. It matters so much. It matters even if you don't live in a state that is a swing state, even if somehow you live in some weird corner of the world where there are zero competitive races. I mean, almost all ballots have some competitive race that matters somewhere on them. And, it's not just the presidential race that's important. There are lots and lots of there's lots at stake in this election, as there is in every election. County government matters, local government matters. That a lot of that stuff defines what ends up happening with your life. So please, please, please vote. You can do it. I believe in you. I believe in this. Beefstock, you should have just calmly settled. And put it in the back of the net with your big beefy foot. I have no song for Beefstock, so I'm almost glad he didn't score, because it would have been a disaster. We wouldn't have even been able to sing. Please vote. Just do it, and make sure you do it, because it does matter. I'm gonna make a case actually for why it matters, even if you aren't in why your presidential vote matters, even if it won't matter because of the Electoral College. So for those of you who don't know, we have this very weird thing in America. Come on! Called the Electoral College, which is essentially a way of making our democracy just a little bit less democratic. And it's complicated, but there are 538 electors. You need 270 of them in order to get what is this? What was that about? In order to get elected. The Electoral College is... Yeah. So, all right. Each state has a certain number of electors. Those electors are ostensibly, although not always, but almost always in the modern world, are pledged to the winner of that state. So if you're from New Hampshire and Mitt Romney... If you're from well, okay, let's give an example of a state that isn't actually a swing state. If you are from Kansas, Mitt Romney is going to win Kansas. Just as if you're from California, Barack Obama is going to win California. If you're from California, which I think has 57 or something electoral votes, your 57 electoral votes are all going to go to Barack Obama, and nothing else really, And so if you're a Republican or you're planning to vote for Mitt Romney and you vote in California, it's not going to matter because he's gonna lose. He's going to lose California. And the popular vote, the actual, Fat Lucas, the actual winner, like the person who gets the most votes is not necessarily the president, as we all found out in 2000 when Al Gore won the popular vote but lost the Electoral College because he lost Florida by a very slim margin. So these electors, there's one for each congressional representative and one for each senator, so each state has at least 3 electors. This actually disproportionately favors extremely small states like Wyoming and Alaska, who have more electors per capita than, say, a state like California or Indiana. And also, sometimes there are weird population shifts between censuses that result in it being an unfair distribution. It's extremely complicated. It is further complicated by the fact that in some states, each elector is decided not by who wins the state, but by who wins the congressional district within the state. I think Nebraska is like this, for instance. So Nebraska's electoral votes could theoretically be split based on who wins. Like if you win one congressional district but not all of them, ball, John Green, go dance. Oh no, hug your husband. I agree. Hug your husband. Look at between the knees and everything. It's so great. It's a love story that we've seen played out year after year. His beautiful head, a beautiful foot to a beautiful head. It's just magic. It's magic, and the game is tied. Here we go, Swoodly Pooper supporters. I'm going into attack mode. We can do this. This is a winnable game for us, and then we will go to the finals of the League Cup. So there are... anyway, it's extremely complicated, but basically each state gets a certain number of electors, and then you need 270 electoral votes in order to win the Electoral College. This means that for complicated reasons, like, maybe you get a blowout in California, but you lose, you lose a bunch of other states. We needed Fat Lucas, and he was here for us. It means that occasionally you can win the actual popular vote but lose the election. This is a crazy system, of course, because it means that the person who most people want to be president will not be president. Well, that's crazy. Lots of people justify the Electoral College lots of different ways. I just disagree with all of them. One person should count for one vote, and it shouldn't be any simpler than that. I mean, it shouldn't be any more complex than that. It is everywhere else that you vote for someone and your vote counts regardless of whether you live in California or Wyoming. This would dramatically change presidential elections, but it doesn't matter because it isn't going to happen. Or at least it's not going to happen anytime soon. Other John Green! Oh, it's a save! Brad Friedel, he's almost as old as Fat Lucas, but look how fast he got down. Oh. Great save there by Friedel. Full points, he's American. All right, so because of the Electoral College, lots of people argue like, well, my vote won't matter anyway because I live in California and the popular vote doesn't matter. Well, here's a few responses to that. First off, the popular vote, in my opinion at least, does matter. It doesn't determine who the election goes to, but it matters because it determines a lot about who seems like the winner. That's a foul! It's a penalty! It's a penalty! It's a penalty, and guess who's playing? Guess who's playing? Guess who's playing? Guess who's on the team right now? Guess who's out on the field? No. Yes. Leroy Williamson! Yes! Leroy Williamson with the goal to put us 2-1 up in the semifinals of the Carling Cup. Leroy Williamson scores occasionally. Leroy Williamson, he scores occasionally. He doesn't always score. Leroy Williamson scores occasionally. Leroy Williamson, he scores occasionally. Also true in his personal life. Congratulations to Leroy Williamson, occasional goal scorer, Swindon Town Swoodly Pooper hero, who in the Carling Cup semifinal comes up with a vital penalty, an absolutely vital penalty. Oh, that could send us through. Oh, Leroy Williamson. Leroy Williamson. Oh, I love him. I love him so much. He's the greatest, arguably the most underrated Swoodly Pooper of all time. Leroy Williamson with one of his occasional goals. Oh, it was a beautiful thing to watch. And then look at him. He's back on defense. The guy's relentless. I mean, if you don't respect Leroy Williamson, he's just a hero. He's a hero to Swindon. Oh, they're still singing his name at the county ground. Oh, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. Don't score on us. Don't score on us! No. Guess who's got the ball? It's Leroy Williamson bringing it up out of the back. Oh, then he's tackled. He's dispossessed. Okay. So I think the popular vote matters because it matters to perception, which these days has become a tremendously important part of presidential politics. So let me encourage you to vote for the sake of perception. Maybe your candidate will win the popular vote because you voted. Maybe that won't matter to his electoral, or her, but probably his, statistically speaking, his or her electoral college count, but it matters. It matters. Every single vote matters. It matters in terms of the conversation. It matters in terms of the way that people make policy in the future, as Hank pointed out in his video, because it shapes the way that people think, oh, I need to respond to this demographic or that demographic. Well, if your demographic isn't voting, then they don't feel the need to respond to you. But if your demographic is voting, if your state is getting closer, if it's becoming more competitive, all of that matters. So it's a long-term investment in your community and your country to vote. So I would say to you, please, please, please vote for the sake of, oh no, 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 oh, yes! For the sake of Leroy Williamson. Leroy Williamson wants you to vote. That's all he's thinking about right now. He's not even thinking about the fact that he just scored a penalty to send us, oh no, to the finals, yes, of the Carling Cup. Look at Leroy Williamson. The guy, I mean, he's masterful. Here we are. It's S. Olden Golf, and we did it! Leroy Williamson with the decisive goal. That makes our opponents smell their pits in shame. Congratulations to the Swoodly Poopers. Thank you for watching. Get out and vote. Best wishes.